keep it in his pocket.
Also, exactly.
That way you feel for say. Come here, say when me feel for say. That way you feel for say.
We're back for a second college tour. I'm feeling much better today. Today we're off to MCLA. We're already like 30 minutes in. We're going to Massachusetts. What name again? North Dam, Massachusetts or something like that. North Adam. So we're going to North Adam, Massachusetts. We're 30 minutes in. Feeling much better today. This school is the one that Mr. Stewart wants to go to. Right? So we're gonna check it out. Today should be a little different feeling than what we had in Eastern, because I think they have like more of an activity for accepted students. So we're going to see what it's all about today and see if this is the school that he shall be going to. So again, we're 30 minutes into our journey, and just come along with us today. We just go so I like good road officer. Oh, because you know what? I think they rent these areas, TJ.
Yeah, no.
As houses, yeah. Like our little community.
It just said MCLA complex.
No, I didn't. See me go to record. Tough times, so yes, but tough. But what?
In 0.1 miles, turn left.
So guys, we are here at MCLA. So the college board owner. And I said something.
That's the college I'm gonna go to.
We'll see about that. Guys, this is huge.
The last one was huge too.
Well, yeah, but these look like they have more. Like it's a community, right, TJ? That's what you call it, so. So, let's see. So today they actually have an event, student acceptance event, and coming here today, he gets an additional $500 on his on his tuition. So we're gonna check it out. Hi. Okay, thank you so much. Thank you.
Good morning. Yo. Hello. Your name?
Stewart?
Stewart is the last name?
Yes, it is.
America. There's also a 30% off coupon in there if you want to get yourself some swag. Or I know they have some like kids clothes down there too if you guys want to get like MCLA merch. I'm sorry, your little sisters are so cute. Sorry. Okay, head on in, confirm your mock class, and I think they have already started, so just go listen to the first year spiel.
Okay.
All right, welcome to MCLA.
Thank
What's
you.
the code? It's like I couldn't even decide between these two.
Alright guys, so we're here. I guess it's a lot of people here. So it's a very planned stuff, so let's see what's going on.
So like our financial aid offer. If you've gotten it, make sure you give it a close review. If you haven't yet, again, talk to Student Financial Services about what the holdup is if you've submitted a FAFSA already. The last step is to pay your enrollment deposit. If you've decided that MCLA is the place for you, whether that's today or the next few weeks, make sure you pay your enrollment deposit. It's $200 for residential students and $100 for commuter students. There's a May 1st national enrollment deadline. That means May 1st is the day that you want to tell the college that you're going to, that you're going, and we hope it's MCLA, and the colleges that you applied to that you're not going to, that's the day you let them know that you're not attending their college. Once you paid your enrollment deposit here at MCLA, you get enrolled to an online orientation course. It's a campus course, which is our learning management system that we use in classes here. It's a go-at-your-own-pace orientation process where you'll learn a ton of things, and I'm going to show you in the next slide. And our goal is you'll have access to the site all the years that you're at MCLA. So that way, if you remember, oh, I learned how to find the Math Drop-In Center on my online orientation course, you can go back to it and refer back to it any other year while you're here. In this online orientation course, you're going to receive connection groups. So that's the first thing that's available right now. Different affinity and social media groups that you can join, meet each other, whether you're interested in gaming or athletics. There's a place for you to have a discussion with like-minded folks. After that, modules will open. So modules are really there to learn about MCLA, learn about technology, learn about how to find your courses, how to select your courses, things like that. There's also a to-do list. In the to-do list, that's where you'll get instructions on how to do your housing paperwork, how to take an ID photo, how to do class registration. So that's a really important piece that gives you step-by-step instructions on how to do some of those things. And last but not least, there are badges. So once you complete each module, you get a little celebration, you earn a badge, and when you receive all of your badges, you get a bookstore gift card when you get here in the fall. After your online orientation process really gets started, that's when you start your in-person orientation process. So I'm going to invite Jen up to continue that conversation.
Good morning, everyone. I'm Jen Vance. I'm the Director of Student Engagement and New Student Transition. And part of my job is helping to make sure that you are connecting to MCLA in a connected way.
Esports and gaming. You're going okay?
Alright guys, so TJ left. I guess they have different classes or mock classes and different activities that they have to do, so they're separated from the family. So the rest of the families are sitting here while the kids are gone. So we're just chilling, I guess, until they start over again. Alright guys, so this is a little bit different. We haven't done the tour yet. We've been in meetings, I guess. So now we're just walking around. Let's see what's going on. I guess we're in the indoor. Yeah? Trust, come on.
Yeah. It's Daddy's sport.
I know it hurts, but something deep inside won't let me.
Concentration in theater and a minor in arts management. I'm also a part of the honors program here at MCLA. If you have any questions, students or parents, please feel free to stop me and ask them. What else do I have on my spiel? Students, if there's anything that you need from me, also feel free to pull me aside and talk to me either before, after, or during the tour. Other than that, let's get started. Alright everyone, so right now we are in the kind of main hub of the campus center. This is what we call our place. Sometimes we'll have some vendors come in and show off what they have. Some clubs will set up some tables here to give students information about what's going on. In here, over behind you, some of you in front of you, there's our dining hall. It is open usually most hours of the day. As an incoming freshman, you have unlimited meal swipes, so you can come in whenever you're hungry, use them. We have a lot of great food options in there. We cater to vegetarian, vegan, and gluten-free students. If you see something in the dining hall that you don't like, you can always go to our Student Government Association, which you can find upstairs in the campus center on the 3rd floor. That's a lot of where our clubs live. So you can always talk to them. We'd love to hear students' voices here. And if there's something that you're not really happy with, feel free to speak up and talk to someone because we can definitely change that for you. Also, in the main floor of our campus center, we have the Trailblazer Cafe. That is where you can get some bagels, coffee, smoothies. It's a quick little grab and go kind of thing. It's nice for breakfast if you have an early morning class and you don't have time for the dining hall. Behind you this way, we have Subway in the pod and the bookstore. Subway in the pod can be accessed by the student ID card you have. We have a system called Blazer Bucks, where it's an automatic charge to your card instead of directly out of your pocket. It's a good system the school has to kind of use the school money that you put in there instead of your own. Alright everyone, so this is Music Hall. This is one of the residency options that are available to freshmen when you arrive on campus. We have 2 residency options that are for freshmen specifically, but any kind of college level, I guess, or college grade can live in those residency areas as well. We're going to take you upstairs so we can see some of the rooms.
Yeah! Tigay! What you doing, Tigay?
Anyways.
She just want to lean against the wall.
So these are the types of style of housing you will have here at MCLA. You'll either have a premium single, or a double. We do not do triples here at MCLA, which is uncommon for some colleges. But down the hallway, there are some doubles. Here's an example of what your single might look like. For Music Hall and our other residency area, Berkshire Towers, you will immediately have a microwave and a micro fridge here on your arrival. Which is another thing that a lot of schools don't typically offer, so it's nice to have another way to save some money and keep it in your pocket.
Keep it in your pocket.
Also, exactly. Also in here we have some wardrobe areas, we have some drawers for you to put your things in, your personal belongings. Our wardrobes come with mirrors as well, so you don't have to buy those for Music Hall or BT either. Music Hall is more of our traditional.
Oh, hello. This is the double room.
This is double room.
Yeah, this is the double room.
This is double room.
Okay, be careful.
Mommy, we don't sit right there.
No, don't sit right there.
Why?
Because I said so.
I'm keeping my hands warm.
You keeping your hands warm?
Yeah. My hands are not warm yet. Yeah.
Hey, wait. Keep it better. Hey, go.
It's a gym, right?
Yeah.
There's also laundry. We have free laundry here at every residency area on campus, which is pretty cool. Are there any questions? Do we have everyone? Alright, we're gonna keep moving.
Come.
technology. So if you have any interest in those majors, this is the building that you might be in most of your time. As you may be able to see, for those of you over here, you might not be able to see it, or maybe you saw it on your way up. Murdoch Hall has a little bit of a tradition to go with it. Every graduating class we have here at MCLA engraves their graduation year on a stone. Why that happens is because we used to have an ivy tradition where every graduating class would plant ivy. For those of you that are big into plants, ivy likes to destroy buildings. So we had to take them off, and instead we have the graving tradition. So if you just so happen to come to MCLA, wink wink nudge nudge, you'll get a class stone with your graduation year. Alright, so let's go inside, shall we?
Press it again?
Yes. Thank you.
Alright, so this is what one of the floors in Murdoch Hall looks like. You are mainly in the tech help desk section. Oh my goodness gracious, today's going to be a long day. Tech help is a system that we have here on campus. If you're having any issues connecting to the Wi-Fi, if your computer isn't working, if our academic system that we use here on campus called Canvas, if that's acting up for you, Tech Help is always available for you to get your problem solved. A lot of parents ask us, Caitlin, what's the best kind of computer to bring to MCLA? And my answer to you is anything but Chromebook. Tech Help is really helpful with a lot of things, but Chromebook tends to give them a little bit of trouble. Anything else? Fine, cool. You'll also notice that we have some computer labs. This is a space where students can do homework, hang out, chill. We have free printing and copying here on campus as well, no charge, and at any time. Which is another thing that a lot of colleges might be starting to get into, but it's still a little bit of a slow process.
Sorry.
Alright, yeah, definitely feel free to look around. Murdoch is a little bit of a quick stop, and unfortunately we won't be seeing any of the classrooms today. But that blue door right there is a system we have called the Writing Studio. And the Writing Studio is a form of student employment, and that's where students are handpicked by professors to help other students with any sort of writing project that they have, whether that be a draft, whether that be an independent script or a piece of creative writing. You make an appointment, and the Writing Studio folks in there will help you out. It's a really great resource we have here on campus, especially if you're struggling. Just need another pair of eyes to look over your work. Really, really great. I know a lot of people that take advantage of it, and they love it there. Everyone's super nice, super caring. And the good thing about systems like this, we have another system called the Math Drop-In Center, which we'll visit later, so keep that in the back of your mind. Another system, or what's great about systems like these, is they will help you without giving you the direct answer. Parents who might be like, yes, let their students do it by themselves. They'll give them a helping hand, but they won't finish the entire paper for you. We're in college. Unfortunately, that's a thing. We write papers. Fun times. Any questions about these buildings?
No, you can let it start running.
I don't like going downhill. I want to go
Never
inside.
going downhill. Let's take a shortcut. When you get outside, it's very cool. When you get outside, it's very cool. Let's step over.
Areas. So we have Music Hall, which we just took a look at, give you a little bit of a maze tour. And then there's Berkshire Towers. What makes Berkshire Towers different than Music Hall is that Berkshire Towers is more of a quiet, separated living area. Berkshire Towers has suites instead of huge dorm floors. Usually the suites are separated by all male, all female, all gender. There are 3 suites on each floor, which means that in your specific suite, you'll probably be living with like about 4 to 8 people. What's also nice about Berkshire Towers is that you have a little bit of a common space within your suite. It comes with a table. I know a lot of people that set up a TV in that space. You have a couch, you have some chairs, a homework area. Also within each suite you have your own bathroom, which is different than Music Hall because you're not sharing a bathroom with a floor of people, you're only sharing a bathroom with 4 to 8 people. Which is it's nice. system that we have in Berkshire Towers, which we didn't really see in Hoosick Hall, is we have a residence area security monitor sitting at a desk at all times. That is another form of student employment that students can have. It makes sure that everyone signs into the building all right, that guests are signed into the building, it knows who's in and who's out at all times. Another great way to maintain safety here on campus. Not saying that we're a bad campus to live on, we're generally safe, but this is just another safety precaution that we take. Now right here, these are the MCLA gates. If you've studied the school, if you've looked at pictures of the school, there's usually a picture of these in there somewhere. This is our tradition and superstition of MCLA. Our tradition is when you enter as a freshman, we have a ceremony called convocation. That is when you walk through the gates, signifying your entrance into the school. With commencement, which is when you graduate, you walk out of the gate, signifying your entrance into the big world. Our superstition is if at any time during your time here at MCLA you walk through those gates, you will not graduate at your expected graduation year. Take that as you will. If you graduate early, woo! If you're here for 5 or 6 years, just don't walk through the gates. If you're like me and you lived in Berkshire Towers your freshman year, sometimes our janitor staff and custodial staff will open the gates to clear out the snow. We live in Berkshire County. We get a lot of snow. Be prepared for that if you're not already. Bring your jackets, bring your boots. They'll open the gates to clear things out. Please don't be distracted on your phone while walking back home. I might have walked through the gates, but who knows? Let's see if I graduate on time, shall we? So we're gonna go this way and I'm gonna walk around the gates. Freshmen who have interest in coming here, I'd suggest you do the same. If you're not superstitious, feel free to walk through. Brave, sir, you are brave. Does anyone have any questions for me so far? Yes. We are not. We're unfortunately not going to go into Berkshire Towers today. As you might have noticed, Hoosick Hall is temporarily not open for students. Berkshire Towers is a lot of where our freshmen and other students live. There are a lot of you here on campus today. We don't want to, invade anyone's living space. Before we go into this building right here to check out our TV studio, you will notice that here on campus we have a system called a blue light system. When you want to use a blue light, if you're walking home from a night class and you're feeling unsafe, if you feel unsafe at any point in time on campus, you can press the button on the blue light and our campus safety, which is 24/7 parole, will be at your location within a minute or less. So, if you're ever feeling unsure, unsafe, having a tough time walking to class, walking from class, you can always hit the button and someone will be here to escort you home. Parents, a lot of students roll their eyes at me when I tell you this, but there's also an app that parents and students can both download, and it's called the Guardian app. If at any time you're feeling unsafe and you don't see a blue light, which is usually uncommon because there's always at least 2 in sight, you could whip out your phone, press the button on the app, and again, same system, public safety will be there at your location within a minute or less. Parents can also use this. You're welcome, students. So we're gonna walk in here. Yeah, cool, right? Yeah. Woo, hello. Yes, this is, our radio is actually in the campus center. It's on the 3rd floor of the campus center. So everyone, pretty unique space for some colleges, but this is our TV studio. This is where a lot of our communications majors live. We have a Beacon Web News webcast, which is our form of news here on campus. There's also a newspaper that students can write for. So this is where you'll see most of the magic happen with that. In the little room that you pass by, those are all the control systems. All the compressors here are really great. It's basically like running your own, I'm gonna say this and my Massachusetts people might know what I'm talking about, news, WCVB, Channel 5. It's kind of like that. It gives that cool kind of vibe. So this is a lot of space that students can use. I believe, and don't quote me on this, but I believe you do not have to be a communications major to be able to use this space. I know a lot of people who are really active here on campus get interviewed by our webcast and our news station. So that's really cool, and it's just a really cool space available for students. Any questions? So these two brick buildings behind me, this one directly to my diagonal left is the president's office. This is where the president spends his day. As you may have seen him before, it's really hard to miss the president of this campus. Snow white hair, always wears a bow tie, even has a bow tie on his motorcycle. Anyways, if you have any issue or just want to stop in and say hi to the president and the people who work in the president's office, their door's always open for you to pop in. The other brick building behind me is our wellness center. This is where we have counseling services as well as health services. All of those options here on campus are completely confidential. It's only between you and the other person. Health services is kind of like your mini doctor. So if you're not feeling well, if you need maybe some quick remedy of some sort, some Tylenol, that's your place to go. Everyone in there is super, super nice. I got sick a couple weeks ago. I went in. They helped me a lot. The nurses are so cute. They have a little care package that they give to students who aren't feeling well. It has some cough drops, has some Tylenol. So they really, really care about you. They want to make sure that you're healthy enough to, of course, attend classes because that's what you're here for, be a part of campus. You get the quick spring back you need. Upstairs in the Wellness Center is our counseling services. That's where if you're having any issue mentally, emotionally, any of that sort, those are your people to go to. I highly, I preach about counseling services. I love counseling services. They're so nice. My counselor is amazing. I can't thank her enough for everything that she's helped me with. College can get stressful. College can get overwhelming. Please do not feel bad if you need to ask for help. They're your place to go to for any kind of service that you need. But if they're not available or they're not around for you to take immediate action, there are also a lot of different areas or buildings around that can help you out. We team up with a lot of different urgent cares or burst your medical group to give you the assistance that you need that maybe either health services can't see you for, and anything of that sort. And all of this free under your tuition and college bills and money stuff. Okay? Also, just a little side note as we pass by it, this is our outdoor classroom. When the weather is nice, a lot of professors will take their classes out here to just learn and do stuff that's chalkboard that they can write on, so it's a cool little space. Now, for those of you that are chilly, you're going to get to warm up a little bit, and then I'm going to be a mean person and take that right back away from you again because we're going to go inside. But enjoy it while the moments last. The building you're currently in is CSI, Center for Science and Innovation. This is where mainly all of our sciences live. Shocker! So usually how classes are divided is usually intro levels will be on the first floor and will increase as your degree increases and your level of science increases. On the third floor, there are a lot of heavy-duty labs that I, as a performing arts major, will never ever be in. Thankfully, because I can't do that. So before we walk down this little hallway, I also want to point your attention to this window right there in the building behind it. That is Church Street Center. That is home to our music and musical theater department. That is also the furthest building here on campus. So we were in Hoosick, which is one point. Church Street Center is the other point. About a 10-minute walk from there and back. So if you're running late for class, it's an easy little, nice little, probably 5-minute sprint or walk, brisk walk across campus. That is also where a lot of our clubs will meet, will perform. It's also a space that we hold some ceremonies or activities, speakers, all of that stuff. So even though you might not be a music or musical theater student, there might be a good chance that you stop by Church Street Center at one point in your time here. CSI is our newest building here on campus. I think building was completed in 2015. Some of you may have noticed that we also have a lecture hall here in CSI. That lecture hall is our only lecture hall, our designated lecture hall here on campus. And I don't know if any of you saw the little sign next to it, but the maximum occupancy of that lecture hall is 76 people. And that is rarely met. So if that doesn't give you a hint about how small our class sizes are at MCLA, I don't know what will. You'll also notice, if some of you are looking at the walls, that there are a lot of posters of research projects here. Here at MCLA, students have the opportunity to attend and put work into our undergrad research conference. That is where students of any major, of any topic, even if it's not dedicated to their major, can send in a research project of their liking, and I think you can get some scholarship money from it. So it's a good opportunity. We have a whole day of no classes designated to seeing people's work, so it's really, really cool. This door right here in this little room right here is our math drop-in center, which, who remembers what I said? Nice! You got brownie points today. So our math drop-in center is another form of student employment here we have on campus. Again, everyone that works in our math drop-in center are handpicked by professors. And once again, if you're struggling with math, if you're struggling with physics or any side of science, they might be able to help you. But they won't solve the problems for you, which is great, especially for a subject like math, because when you get into the final or the midterm, you'll be able to know how to do the problems yourself. If you're tired of hearing me talk or lecture or stumble over my words, your tour is almost done. Slight complication that I was unaware of. It looks like we have this mini event going on inside of Bowman Hall. What I might ask all of us to do in order for you to see the building is for us to be really quiet on the main floor. And then we'll either go upstairs or downstairs, but I'll give you the whole gist right now so we can choose what floor we're going to and be on our merry way. So this is Bowman Hall. This is another one of our main academic buildings here on campus, but it is home to math, computer science, art, and arts management. For those of you who are on my little arts tour today, hey! But again, like Murdoch Hall, because it is a main academic building, there is rarely any time that you won't be in this building here at your time at MCLA. Upstairs are the art studios, downstairs are our robotics lab and computer labs. Do we have a preference on whether to go up or down? Up? One for up. Any opposition? Going once. Going twice. Okay, we're going up.
And we'll go against Trinity.
So again, we're just going to try to be really sneaky and cool. That's fantastic. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry for that. You did a very good job. I wish I had gold stickers for all of you. But so these are one of the examples of our art studios here at MCLA. We'll walk further that way if that's okay with everyone, just so you can get a chance to see inside of our art studios. If you may have noticed in passing, all of the classrooms, doors, and windows are glass. We call that learning on display or fishbowl classrooms. It's really fun because if you know a friend is in Bowman Hall, if you know what class they're in, you can stand directly behind the professor and do a little dance, make them laugh. It's a really fun way to kind of joke around, but also to see students learning actively, which is another really cool thing. As you all also may have noticed, there was this tiny room that we passed with a bed in it. That is a project directly made from a student here at MCLA. He's an arts management student, so he curated and put that up on himself with a couple of his friends. It's called the Mariposa. Oh, the statue. Oh. But yeah, it was meant to, his description of it is it was meant to, kind of show a 17-year-old boy immigrant of yeah, so feel free to peek into some of the art studios we have here. You'll see some student work hanging around. Another really cool thing about MCLA is if you're an art student, you only will have a code to get into these rooms, so your art is not threatened by anyone or anything. Another really cool fun fact that I like to tell people on tour, just to prove how nice I am, because it makes me feel better about myself, is that there is one tour guide that worked here in admissions. He has since graduated. And if everyone sees that statue right there, that kind of creepy statue, he'd always bring families up the other way so that they got scared by it. I didn't do that to you today. You're welcome. Another really cool thing about Bowman Hall is that the railings are sometimes heated. So in winter, if it gets really cold, you can warm your fingers by touching the railing. So what we didn't see inside Bowman Hall was downstairs. And downstairs, like I had mentioned, we have some computer labs, we have a robotics lab. Again, free printing and copying here on campus, any building. There are also some printers and copiers here on campus. Also downstairs in Bowman Hall is, remember that little convenience market we saw in the campus center? It's called the Pod. There's an even tinier one downstairs. So if you're really, really, really on the go, you can grab coffee, you can grab some granola bars, you can grab some little, I think they have some Lunchables down there, but I'm not really sure. I am a coffee fiend. That is how I'm actively running around today. So if you enjoy coffee as much as I do, that's a nice little place to just grab and take it on your way. All right, so next we're gonna go into the library, and that is one of our last stops today. So woo!
Even though I'm so stressed out, everything just feels like a test that I fail. So depressed when I can't seem to get out, but something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't. That's what guides me the most.
Alright everyone, so this is our library here at MCLA. This main floor that we're in right now, it's a nice little study space, a study area. You can come in with some friends, do some homework, print something out on the computer. Really nice space for you to have. If the main space doesn't work for you, we have a thing called study commons right in the back. Those are rooms that you can sign out with a group project. And the rooms are the levels and stages of a group project, which is kind of cool. So there's meeting and introduction, there's team building, and then there's presenting, which is a cool resource that a lot of students take advantage of. Upstairs, we have even more of a quiet floor. Of course, it's a library. No one's gonna come in playing rock music, or hopefully not. But if you really just need to do some solo studying time, upstairs is your place. If your common areas of your dorms, or you have no other resource to go on campus, that's your place. Downstairs, we have some children's literature books, so if you're interested in being an education major, you'll probably have a children's lit class, and that's where you'll get your books. Also downstairs, one of our great admissions counselors, Kayla, talked about TRIO, which is a program that we have for first generation students. You will find the offices for them downstairs as well. Another cool system that we have here at MCLA is called Books on Reserve. That is another great way to save money. And what professors will do is sometimes within their class, they'll have a copy of a book that they'll put on the shelves right behind you. If you need the book, you can take it off the shelf, sign it out. It can't go out of the library. But what you can do is you can copy it, you can print it, so that you have it and can take it out of the library. The book just has to physically stay in the library. But if your professor offers it, definitely take advantage of it so you don't have to spend money on books. Books are expensive. Also, if you need help with anything whatsoever, our wonderful librarians that said hello to you on your way through the door are always there to help. They are so nice, so kind. If you can't physically come to the library and ask some questions, there is a library database where you can talk to a librarian, ask your questions through there. They were so willing to help you out with any sort of research you need. We have a great database. There's some more references that you can talk to in the reference office. Everyone is really here to help you at MCLA, and that is what's really great. Asking that question. With this huge fielded space we see right now, this is what we call our quad. It's called the quad because it's surrounded by 4 buildings. This is where, if the weather's nice, a lot of activities will happen. As a freshman, and even not as a freshman, every year we have an activity called the President's Ice Cream Social. That is hosted by our Student Activities Council, also known as SAC. You will notice that we are big into acronyms and abbreviations here. So that's our main kind of activities hub here on campus. They're usually always having events. They're making sure students are involved. If they don't have anything to do homework-wise, or if they're not going to go out into the town, because town is probably like a 10-minute walk here from campus if you want to go get a slice of pizza, check out some of the shops, which are really cool. SAC will usually have something going on to get students really involved. I tell students who are looking at MCLA all the time, and even who don't end up choosing MCLA, that the best way to make a college experience is to be a part of one. You really need to make one yourself, and that's what's really great about SAC and the President Ice Cream Social, is that when you come, the president himself and your other faculty members will serve you ice cream, and there will be all of the 50+ clubs we have here on campus set up to promote themselves to get you to join their club. If you're not happy with whatever club you see here on campus, you are more than welcome and encouraged to make one yourself. Again, we really pride ourselves on student voice here. We want you to be involved. We want you to be a part of our community here, and that's another great way to get involved. Any questions? Okay. So, parents and students, I'm going to drone on about the college-y part of college, which is Eldridge Hall. This is where you'll get information about financial aid, where you'll register for classes, student academics, financial services, all of that stuff, the hustle and bustle of college, aka money. What we also have here in Eldridge Hall is we have a program called CESI, which is the Center for Student Success and Engagement. If you're ever having a rough time, if something like an injury prevents you from maybe getting to class carefully and safely, you can team up with CESI and they'll create a whole other plan for you. That's really great, especially in the day of COVID. I know nobody likes to talk about it, but it is a thing, especially in a college setting. Here, if you have to be quarantined, CESI will get a hold of all of your professors and say, this person is not going to be in class, let them know if they need to get anything from you. It's a great system that even if you might reach out to your professors yourself, which I also encourage doing, CESI will cover that part of you, let them know what's going on. At MCLA, we also have study abroad and study away programs. Study abroad is out of country, out of state. Study away is in-state, off-campus. So, it's a really great opportunity. I know someone is in Ireland right now, which is really cool. A lot of great opportunities for you to have here on campus. So that's Eldridge Hall. Alright everyone, so before I wrap up, as the greatest tour guide in the world that I am, I forgot to talk about a building. Classic me. But the building that you didn't get a chance to really see today was Venable Hall. Venable Hall is home to our performing arts and theater. That's where our main stage theater is. That's where some of our rehearsal spaces are, as well as a black box theater, which is really cool. Also in Venable Hall, there is your mailbox. When you're a freshman here at MCLA, you'll be assigned a mailbox. You'll keep that same number for all 4 years. Parents can send you packages. You can send packages to parents. You can send letters to parents. You know, a really cool and easy system. And then last but not least, we have the Smith House, which is where all of your great admissions counselors and your admission ambassadors work and reside. If you have any questions whatsoever that I was not able to answer for you, an admissions counselor and a couple of them are in there right now to do that for you. If you need to use the bathroom before your travel home, there are also 2 bathrooms in there for you. I hope you enjoyed visiting MCLA today. I'm sorry if my high-pitched voice annoyed you. I'm sorry if I got some things wrong, but I really hope you enjoyed your time, you enjoyed your tour, and hopefully I'll be able to see you future class of 2026 or future class of 2027. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Alright guys, so the tour here at MCLA is done. I'm heading back to the car. This college is way smaller than the Eastern. Campus setup is way different, obviously. This is built more like a community, with houses and stuff like that. While, you saw what Eastern had. But TJ's loving this school so far. So let's see, we have 2 more to go.
Come here, say when me feel for say. Say what you feel for say.